Hello, 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 and welcome to Penny Larceny. I hope everybody is having a beautiful day. This is a game about being a criminal and can optionally include obscene language, discussions of sexuality, and romance. It can also deal with triggering subjects such as violence and self-harm. For full content warning, see fictionfactorygames.com/CW. In my line of work, you learn to look at the big picture, crafting your design for it little by little. Everything connects up, dotted lines and arrows and symbols, a path leading from A to B to C to D. When you do your job right, it's clean and precise, professional, and awesome. I love it when a plan comes together. It's not possible to predict every step, of course. The skilled schemer is also an impressive improviser. You just adjust the plan on the fly. But in the end, you'll get where you're going, where you need it to be. But that assumes one very big X factor, which is rarely a simple X to solve for. Where are you actually going? What are you destined to become? This world doesn't have to be this way. We can change things, change them for the better. You and I, we can tear it down and build it back up, make a better future so nobody has to go through the same pain we did. We don't have to be trapped in their systems. We can break free, do what we want, when we want, how we want. Two of a kind against them all, living a life of pleasure and freedom in whatever manner we choose. No one can stop us. My own internal algorithms are a dead-end loop of suffering and misery. External inputs are clearly required in order to balance my equation. Your input has become a vital component in this transformation. Do not discount your own potential. It is vast and incalculable, even for me. We're all playing the rules that were picked out for us. Sometimes we see the strings, sometimes we don't spot them until it's too late. But in the end, we don't have to be what they say we are. There is no destiny, and there are so many possibilities to choose from. I can't see all the possibilities for myself. Not here, not now, but maybe they're out there. And if I'm going to become who I need to be, if I'm to find my destiny, I'm going to need your help getting there. Hey! Psst, hey! I bolt upright in my chair, neck feeling sore and stiff from the impromptu nap time. Crap, did I doze off? It's okay, I know you had a long night. Yeah, in hindsight, the 6-hour nachos and cartoon binge before the big day, probably not my smartest move. But honestly, this is boring. Boring. Boring, boring, boring. This whole office job is boring. I can't believe I gotta apply for a job here. A job of all things. If Mom saw me sitting here filing paperwork for the man, she'd think I was totally uncool. It'd be such a disappointment. I feel a creeping wave of shame running down my spine from the mere thought of it. I mean, she'd be proud of you for doing what needs to be done. Yeah, I guess. I mean, she did some uncool things too in the name of being cool. I could do the same. I can follow in her footsteps. Wait, what time is it? I look quickly up at the clock. Crap, I've got like 5 minutes to finish this paperwork or we'll be late. Need your help here. Fill out this for me, quick. Statement for gainful employment. I like just kidding. We're gonna keep our pronouns. I'm happy with all of this. Absolutely for swearing. We're totally fine with romance and sexuality. Okay, so my alias is gonna be just kidding, pronouns she, her, and I'm okay with romance and sex. All of that sound good? Sounds good. Nice to meet you, Miss Kidding. And pleased to meet you too. That's me, just kidding. Good name for an aspiring young intern, I hope. I straighten the stack of papers, quickly carrying them over to the receptionist. With a smile, she accepts my forms, glancing them over briefly before greeting me warmly. Good work, and right on time. Welcome to the team. Thank you for your cooperation, Miss Kidding. Right, that's me. Cooperative. I'm extremely cooperative. I'm just cooperative kidding. And I'm looking forward to starting my job today, ma'am. Just point me at more paperwork and I'll take care of it. I'll increase our glorious company's shareholder value within a day or my name isn't... Just kidding. Unpaid intern. That's the kind of go-getter attitude we love to see here at Legitimate Business Company. Absolutely. I've read all the interviews with Leonard, Mr. Legitimate, I mean. He's so innovative and market disruptive. I use a legit book computer at home for everything I do. Great, so we don't need to bring you up to speed on the latest LDOS version? Crap. How did Gibson phrase it? So he made me memorize the technobabble, but I'm not sure I remember something about ASD drives, or was it SSD? SDI? It's SSD, solid state drives. The new storage optimization algorithms for solid state drives and LDOS are really something else. Agreed. Clearly you're familiar with Mr. Legitimate's work. Thank you for the assist. I'm sure you'll fit in just fine, Miss Kidding. We have coffee and pastries in the break room, and most toilet paper in the restrooms is free. Please clock out from your desk before utilizing either. Casual off-duty socialization time with your fellow coworkers is allowed as well. Simply clock out before clock in after engaging in pleasantries. Every non-work task stays off the company dime. Got it. That's entirely reasonable and not at all an overreach. I'm glad you see things our way. Well, I have duties to attend to. Please feel free to explore and get a feel for the facility within security boundaries, of course. Of course. You won't have any problems for me. Okay, I think it's a little loud. I don't want to, I love the music for this, so I don't want to, cut it down too far. No problems? Did I say no problems? Oh, I'm sorry. Guess I told a little white lie. What I meant to say is they'll have all the problems for me. Because beneath this deceptively ordinary exterior lies a soul of chaos and mischief, for my real name is... Penny Larceny, Little Miss Steal Yo Stuff. I sneak in under cover of darkness, tear down every defense between me and my target, and get away clean. Everyone knows and fears Penny Larceny, the hottest young supervillain of this generation. Look the hell out, world. I'm coming for your stuff. Your precious, precious stuff. Right, and I'm the mysterious voice in your head, because together we cause crime. Hell yeah, rock on, mysterious voice in my head. And this latest caper is what's gonna put me on the map. We live in a world of masks and capes, villains and heroes, and I live pretty firmly outside society's rules, a mask since I was born. Some become masks by choice, eager for power and conquest, but many are forced into it out of desperation and poverty. It's a crapsack world out there full of haves and have-nots, and stay in society's good graces, obey and conform, or be pushed out. That's why masks have loosely banded together to support each other. Clearly no one else gives a shit about us. And that's why I'm here today. One of the support structures for the mask community is Crimer, a combination social media network and gig economy market for supervillains. Your plans, your schemes, our resources. Crimer. With access to Crimer, I could work with the best of the best, elite masks who run with huge crews and multi-million-dollar operations. But the app is invitation only, and I don't have the connections I need to score access. So I'm gonna steal a Crimer invite from the ones that I suspect secretly front the operation. Legitimate business company. And that's why I'm sneaking in under the guise of some aspiring corporate toady. While I secretly plot my rise to power. You and I, we're gonna make it. We're gonna do it. Worldwide supervillain legends. You ready? You got a lot of confidence in our tag team. I like that. Hell yeah, we work well together. Put our heads together and we can figure out anything. And hey, don't worry about making mistakes or wrong choices, okay? Between the two of us, we can recover from any fumbles. There's no way to completely fail a heist. If things get sloppy, so what? The two of us can still figure our way through it all. Don't let fear of failure guide your every decision. What fun is that? Way too stressful to live a life. Now, let's get to this. Unfortunately, that nap cost us some time. We can only scout out 3 locations in the building before the day's over. What should we investigate first? I trust your instincts. You're pretty good at that sort of thing. We should check the break room. Nothing like some hot employee goss to help a thief learn the sneaky secrets of a corporate target. There are plenty of well-stocked break rooms, but surprisingly few with break-taking employees. I guess it's not too surprising when they micromanage your time down to the minute. Fortunately, I managed to find 2 people chatting away in the 3rd break room I find. So, why were you late to your desk today? Ugh, traffic. Huge police blockade in front of Central Bank slowing everything down. Some mask was trying to rob the place. What, again? Wasn't it robbed yesterday? You'd think there'd be nothing left to steal. Yeah, well, from the spicy smell in the air, I think it was ghost pepper. That loser? No wonder. She's a complete screw-up. Leave it to an incompetent mask to rob an already robbed bank. Hey, don't be too so harsh. Ghost Pepper's doing her best, okay? What? She's just had a bad run of luck lately. I'm sure she'll turn it around eventually. Remember the backyard chili cookout? I happen to know Ghost Pepper makes an absolutely brutal chili mix. You can't handle her spiciness. Then she should quit her life of crime and go work at a damn restaurant. Everything she touches becomes spicy. You think she can hold down a normal job? Nobody will give masks like that an honest chance at an honest life. Not my problem. I don't care what she does as long as she's not screwing up my commute. Hey, it's her first day. Go easy on her. I have to apologize for my friend here. He spends too much time on Kate Book. Oh, like you aren't following Muscle Memory's every status update. I just think he's a moral, upstanding young man that today's heroes can really look up to. Which explains the 2-page spread of him from Play Cape on your desktop wallpaper. I read it for the articles, and stop kink-shaming me. This is going nowhere. As they descend into arguing, I slip away. That didn't get me any useful information. Seems your suggestion was a big ol' waste of our time. Oh shit, sorry, that came off a bit accusatory. Honestly, it was worth a shot. Sometimes you can find useful intel in the least likely of places. Don't let this deter you, okay? I'm so glad you picked the break room. Relax, half of thieving is thinking outside of the box. And the other half is taking stuff, right? I like that part. Hell yeah, being sneaky, being clever, outwitting every defense until you get your fingers on your target. It's a rush, a thrill, and it pays the bills, usually. I like our partnership. You really get me. Let's move on. I don't think we're gonna find much out of the rank and file employees here. Okay, what are we investigating next? Let's try the rooftop. Every thief's best friend. Rooftops. I should definitely scout this building's rooftop, see if there's any avenue of access. Not many security cameras leading up to the stairwell. There's a few, but they're old and askew, badly maintained. I easily duck all the all-seeing eyes on my way up to the rooftop access door, which is locked. Well, shit. Okay. Pretty simple alarm and electromechanical combo lock. I can disarm this and crack the code now. It'll save precious time for later. I get to work with my pocket knife, tracing the wires painted over in the walls, snipping where they needed snipping. I'll just be quiet and let you work. Hey, don't be like that. I don't mind talking. I could disarm an arm in my sleep. Chatting with you keeps me from being bored. I don't want to be a nuisance. You're not. You're a friend. Maybe we weren't thrown together by choice. Maybe we're stuck like this. But I'd like to think we get along all the same. And the lock clanks open. Code's 0451. We're all set. I'm gonna break that down just in case. The cool wind blows past me as I step onto the roof. Yep, no cameras up here. Kinda lax, honestly. Good ledges to hook onto for the ascent. This'll work just fine. It's kinda nice up here, honestly. I used to love rooftops before Parsons. I'd like to learn to love them again. I know using a daring and criminal heist as therapy is a bit weird, but so what? I'm weird. You're weird. We're both really weird. We can make it work. You're not weird, you're just different. Yeah, well, in the eyes of the general population, they're the same thing. We live in a society, bottom text, yada yada. Being an outcast is a sucky price to pay for being different. I think the background sound effects now need to come down a little bit. There we go. Being an outcast is a sucky price to pay for being different, but that's okay. I'm free. As long as I live free, I'll be fine. Okay, time well spent. Good work, team. Okay, what are we investigating next? I say we check out the security office. When in doubt, survey the security. That's going to be your #1 obstacle to any successful caper. But as I'm approaching the main security office, I notice something funny stuck in the carpet. Glitter and colorful paper scraps. Aha! I know what this is. Okay, I've got my cover story. Quickly, I duck into an empty break room, grabbing a box of untouched donuts, and sweep on in underneath a banner of glossy, paper-strung lettering reading, "Happy Retirement, Carl." Hello, hello. Who's celebrating? We celebrating in here? Great, I brought you boys some extra treats. Pastries are always welcome at a party, even if delivered by a newcomer intern. The good stuff? We never get the good stuff up here. Hey kids, this kid brought the good stuff. Cheers go up from the gathered security guards as the box of sweet jelly-filled delights gets passed around. Multiple security camera monitoring stations, redundant systems, several digital recording decks. You new here, kid? Huh? I mean, yeah, I just got started today, and you're leaving today, huh? One more shift to go, and I'm happily retired. Just call me Carl, happily retired John Smith. And I'm just cooperative kidding, apparently. Man, I'd love to be retired. I know I have, like 40 years to go, but it sounds sweet. Yep, I got all the time in the world for fishing, playing with my grandkids, working on my model railroad. Uninterruptible power supplies, a whole bank of alarm monitors, only 2 doors in and out with clear lines of sight. Kid, you okay there? Oh, sorry, wow, there's a lot of tech stuff in here, huh? I just file paperwork, I don't know much about any of this. It all looks so complicated. No need to worry, even if I'm off the clock after tonight, the boys will keep you safe. We got the best security crew in the world, don't we? A rousing cheer goes up from the well-fed party people. The equipment I've seen so far is out of date, out of repair, but this nerve center of security tech is solid. There has to be a flaw here I can exploit. I need a conversational lead-in so I can sneak a question. Ask about his grandkids. How old are they, your grandkids? Oh, one's about as old as you. I got a pretty big extended family. Probably be a great-granddad sooner or later. Rather have babies yelling in my ear than these damn false alarms. False alarms? Old equipment. Darned outdated. But you don't worry, kid. We're on the ball here. Always check out any alarm. Never assume it's false. That's policy. Damn. Meaning they'll come running no matter how tiny an alarm I trip. Can't be sloppy if any twitch will summon security. Well, good to know. Hey, I gotta get back to my desk. Did you know they measure everything you do here down to the minute? Don't I know it. Not gonna miss that part of the job. Hey, never lose that smile, okay? No matter how rough it gets working for this company. You can find happiness no matter what. It'll all be worth it in the end. I'll do my best, sir. I always figured these company drones were soul-crushingly depressed. How Carl managed so many years in this hellhole with his spirits high is a mystery to me. I know a lot of the things I do end up hurting people at the lowest levels. It's not like I enjoy causing trouble. If some stuff suits at the top get hassled, sure, good. But I'm glad Carl is getting out of here before I cause some damage. Workday's winding down. Can I sneak in any more investigation before I need to scoot out the door? Oh, Miss Kidding. I'm so lost and thought I completely missed the office overlord sliding on in to join me. Yes ma'am? Can I help you? I know you're likely wrapping up for the day, but I'm afraid I have to be the bearer of bad news. I'm afraid this isn't going to work out. Please put your thing in a standard issue severance cardboard box and exit to the parking lot. What? It seems you performed an unauthorized reallocation of company nutritional resources today. Donuts, coffee, protein bars, and other miscellaneous foodstuffs are to remain within their designated break areas and consumed on location. I'm afraid this violation is unacceptable. We're going to have to let you go. Thank you, and have a pleasant day. Close call, but maybe this was for the best. It's not like I was going to punch in for more work tomorrow. Excellent. That is perfect. Alright. Thank you so much for coming out for the first episode of Penny Larceny, Gig Economy Supervillain. I hope you had a wonderful time. Remember, the hearth is warmer for your presence, and you're always welcome here. I will see you all next time. Bye-bye!